After trimming up the side panels, we then painted them, sanded them, and painted them again to prepare them for installation into the pantry. The next thing we did was empty the contents of the pantry to clear out all the stored products so that we could begin the installation. This included removing all the shelves and the shelf pins and clips that were holding the shelves in place. This provided a smooth surface for us to install the side panels.
Okay, this is my pantry remodel here. One little issue here is these hinges, I didn't realize go back, so I need to shave probably 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch off these so that they'll fit. Did this for the top and the bottom. Top one up there fits fine. It's these other ones, so the cabinet's not in square either. Now, I didn't want to attach these to the sides just because I didn't want to go through the side material here with any type of screws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a crossboard on the bottom, crossboard here on the bottom, one across the top, and that will hold these flush out to the sides. You can kind of see it maybe up here better. Let me see if I open the door. And since they're not screwed in, they tend to fall. I guess I can point it out a little bit better here. There's a lip right here, about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. It's taller, bigger on this side. So to get up over this lip so that a drawer will slide out here, I thought about putting a piece of plywood down just to hold this square. Use pocket holes in the bottom piece to screw into the sides. And that way I can make sure that it is the bottom piece and top piece are perfectly square, and then if this is shifted slightly front to back, it won't matter. Drawers will still slide because these will be square to each other. So that's the thought process anyway, is to put those in, mount the drawer slides, and then build the drawers so we can get all that back in here. Alright, here we have our pantry. I took the shelves out and I replaced the walls, and I put spacers in to keep the walls even here, and I did the same thing up here. So there's spacers on the bottom half, there's spacers on the top half. Now I did that versus a solid panel just to try to keep them even. It was easier for me to cut 4 strips per box to the exact same width. And that way I can ensure that the box is square all around, because the pantry is not square. Now I can put the drawer slides in here and put full extension slides in here and boxes to pull them out.
Now that the pantry sides have been installed, the next step is to make the drawers or shelves that will go into the pantry. For this I'm using 1x4 material, and I'm cutting it to 19.5. I believe it was 19.5 square. I don't remember, this project was a while ago. But I'm cutting down the front, back, and sides for each of the drawers. With the 4 sides of the drawer cut, it's time to cut the bottom panel. This will be the bottom of the drawer. We're using 1/4 inch plywood for this. Here we have our drawer sides, back and front cut, and the bottoms cut. The next step will be to cut dadodes into the side pieces to accept the bottom panel. Since the kerf on your saw blade is an 1/8 inch thick and I'm inserting a 1/4 inch plywood, it's easy to set up the saw, run all the pieces through, slightly adjust the saw fence over, run all the pieces again, and repeat until you have the right size dado that you need. in between there, you can always test fit with the bottom panel to make sure it's the right thickness. With the dados cut in each of the drawer pieces, it's time to start assembling the drawers. To make assembly of the drawers easier, I'm using several different tools. I'm using some cordless brad nailers to nail the sides to the front and back before I put screws in to hold them. I'm also using a drill and a screw gun to assemble the drawers. I put 3 sides together, then slide in the bottom panel and put on the last remaining side before screwing the sides together. With the drawers assembled, the next step is to screw on the drawer slides to 2 sides of the drawer, the left and the right sides. Once the slides are installed on the drawers, I put the drawers in the pantry itself to ensure and test the fit of the drawers before adding the slide rails to the side panels. The final part of this process is really trial and error. It's figuring out where you want the drawers in your pantry. For this, we would place a shelf in, a drawer in, put products on there that we thought would go in that drawer, and then mark the sides of the panel walls to install the drawer slides. Then we repeated this for the next drawer up. We would measure up from the side of the drawer to where the bottom of the next drawer would be, mark that on the side walls, and install the drawer slide receiving end. And repeated this process until all drawers were installed in the pantry.
Our pantry, there's 2 parts to our pantry. We put in 5 shelves here and 3 shelves up here. Just spaced them randomly based on stuff we had, but pretty simple boxes, 1x4s for the edges. I routed out the bottom for the bottom of the bottom. Put it in drawer slides and just put them in. They are full extension. There we go. I can't reach that one. And then we have ours in here. The biggest challenge in doing this is getting the width dimensions right? Because you obviously have to leave enough space for your rails on either side, subtract out your wood, figure out how much you need this bottom panel to route into the sides, and so forth. We may add light behind here. I got an outlet behind here that I can plug into and just run some strip lights in the back to turn them on and off. It gets pretty dark over here. There's not really much light over here in the kitchen. But there we go. Not sure if she's going to paint them or not, but my job was to get them and put them in so that all that crap can go back in here. Thanks for watching.